Okay, guys. So guys, welcome back to today mathematics class for this upcoming WAEC NICO JAMB examination. So if you're writing this upcoming WAEC exam, or you're writing JAMB and this upcoming JAMB examination and this upcoming NICO examination, this class is very important for you guys. So we're going to be discussing from the group. I direct you. Just for you that join for the group, I would like you to go to the comment section and let us know if you're joining for the group. If you're just joining us, please guys, if you're just joining us, let me know for the comment section. If you're just joining us before we post the class, let me know for the comment section. If you're just joining us. So we're going to be using just 1 hour 30 minutes by 10 o'clock. This is almost 8:26. So the reasons are because we're starting the class before. We're starting this class by 8 before due to the one thing, because this is the first day, and in this first day, because of the introduction that we made for the groups this morning, so that is why we could not make it at that particular time we face. But for tomorrow, I promise you we start immediately by 8 o'clock, so we can end by 9:30. But today we had it by we start by 8:30 to 10 dots. So please, if you are joining us, share this, share with your friend, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and turn the notification button in case we have a new live, or if you like to join our group. Okay, if you like to join our group, I'll drop the link in the comment section. You guys can join us. If you are joining up our group, please let's take attendance. Your name and your location is the attendance. Your name and your location is the attendance. Your name and your location is the attendance. So let me be typing the question while waiting for you. Immediately it is 8:30, we start. Immediately it is 8:30, we start. Immediately it is 8:30, we start the class. This is the 2026 likely question and answer. The question you should be expecting this upcoming WAEC JAMB examination. From the previous question, that the question I'll be shared with you. The one of the question I'll be share with you that our experts that we are being writing together. So I'm going to share with you all this question and build how to solve this question. We'll be sharing this live class. So if you have any question, you can let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, so while solving the question and while explaining how to solve the question, if you have any issue, is there any part you don't understand, please let us know immediately. Let us know immediately how the class is going. Let us know immediately. I said it is very important to let me know where you want to take attendance by simply by your name and your location. That is the attendance. Your name and your location. Please, by now you should hold your book with you and your pen so you guys can write something down. So this should be the question 1 of today. Try to type the question out. This will be the question 1 of today. This should be the question 1 of today. So guys, let's take attendance by. Let me know your name when you're watching this for this question 1. And this question says that let me copy the question. You have y, okay, divided by, we have y plus 101, okay, and then it'll be equal to, we have 1 divided by 10010. Okay, so this is the question. This is the question, like the question 1. So guys, if you are just joining us, please, if you are just joining us either for a group or for the YouTube channel, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know your name and where you are watching this video from in the comment section. Once again, welcome to my coach and welcome to today's mathematics lesson. This is the day 1. When we starting this lesson, we start from 8 o'clock to 9:30, but because we can't learn today, we'll be starting by 8:30 and we'll be ending by 10. Okay, we'll be ending by 10. So please and please, if you have any question, please and please let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Please, as we are solving this question, okay, if you have any issue with any parts, okay, please and please let me know immediately so I can go back and explain it again. That will make the class more interactive, and I will also be asking question. Okay, I will also be asking questions so you guys can drop the answer. Let's make the class more interactive. I get now. Let's make the class more interactive. So let's go. This question is one of our presented questions that will be coming out this year. Okay, like what we used to do for our VIP class, we have a lot of questions under this particular topic. In our base system, we have over 50 questions that we have predicted that if you can stay to the end of this live class, I'll be doing for this month, at least if the SVU, what I'm doing for free now, a lot of students have made a lot of money for it before they can attend my class. I charge this, my cost though it's not that high, but people pay for this class, but I make it free. I understand you guys. I love to help you guys, but please let's be serious with the class, and let's be serious with the class, and let's be active. Now, okay, so let's go. This is the first question. I will tell you the question which be introducing the if all number in the equation are in base 2. So for y, we have the equation y divided by y plus 101 equal to 11 divided by 10010. Now we're told to solve this question. How do you attempt to solve this question if this question is being asked in this coming WAEC examination, JAMB examination, NECO examination, even post-system examination. This topic is one of very important topic. According to the slab board that was being released, it's one of very important topic that you cannot escape. You cannot escape this topic. You cannot escape this topic. The question definitely comes out from this topic. Okay, the question will definitely comes out from this topic. So do not joke with this topic in mathematics. Okay, if I may ask you, if you're given this question, what would be the first step? Solution. What would be the first step? We do. Let's make the class interactive, please. What do you think the first step you do if you're given this question? Maybe you made this question, this coming way. This question, I found this question in Y past question. I picked this one for Y past question, okay, and also the same question in JAMB past question, which is be objective. I get now, and this question, particular question, I pick it out from Y past question. We have over 50 questions under this number based system, and we are going to be solving everything for you, and some part of it and some parts will be your assignment. After the class, we give you assignment to solve and to be submitted tomorrow morning. I get now, guys. So let's see what will be the first step if you are given this question. Maybe you say this question, this will coming WAEC or JAMB or any kind of exam, they are writing this mathematics. So what would be the first step? What would be this first step? What would be the first step? What would be this first step? So okay, maybe we cross multiply. Okay, some of you guys say maybe we cross multiply. Okay, then we solve it. Yes. Now, so what's the name of the place? Okay, J. Yes, we cross multiply. Yes, good. We cross multiply. We cross multiply. That is the first step you do there. You cross multiply. Okay, why do you say you cross multiply? For the sake of you guys that does not understand, when you have a question in mathematics, when you see a question like this, we have the function. For example, let me just make an expression like this. Maybe you have a question. Let me write it then. If you have a question, in mathematics, especially in mathematics, if you have A over B equal to maybe C over D. If you have this kind of expression in mathematics, the first thing to call to your mind is to cross multiply. Why are we cross multiply? Because this part is in fraction. This part is also in fraction, and they are separated by equal to. The first thing to come to your mind according to mathematics is to cross multiply. But what if it is separated by plus or minus? You find the LCM or the denominator. Okay, in the second case, if you have a question, especially like this, you have a expression like this, so you have plus or minus, you have a expression like this, and the question how to solve this kind of expression. And we say the number, this part and this part are in fraction, and they're separated by plus or minus. The next thing to do to come to your mind is to find the LCM. Okay, but if the separator in this case, you find what you cross multiply. That is the case we'll be using here. You equals what? We cross multiply. Take note of that. That is very, very important. Take note of that. So when you cross multiply, it means that this y multiplied by the numerator of this first fraction here, you multiply by the denominator of the second fraction, and the numerator of the second fraction, you multiply by the denominator of the first fraction here. Just now that will be this time this, that will be y times this, that will be y times this, that give us 1 0 0 1 0. Okay, multiplied by what? Multiplied by y, we have the y equal to, now you highlight equal to this multiplied by this. That is what 1 1. Don't call it 11. It's not 11. It is 1 1. In number base, we don't call it 11. It is 1 1. So 1 1 multiplied by y plus 1 0 1. That will open bracket. That is y plus 1 0 1 close bracket. Have you getting it now? So that is the first step. You cross multiply. Now, if you cross multiply now, what will be the next step? If you have this kind of expression in mathematics, what will be the next step? Okay, what will be the next step? Okay, before I proceed to the next step, if you have any question, okay, if you don't understand the way I break it down for this part to this part, let me know in the comment section. And if you understand, say yes, so we can proceed to the next part. Okay, we can proceed to the next step. If you understand this step, let's make the class more interactive, so we can proceed to the next step. if you understand this part, the way I did it here, I cross multiply. When I cross multiply, it means that this will multiply by this, that is y times this, that give us a 1010y. They are multiply this by y equal to, and this and multiply this times this, that is why I got this. Do you understand, guys? Now, okay, Balogun, okay, please. Why do we open brackets? Why do we open brackets? Okay, I open brackets because this part here is of two terms. We have y, okay, we have y, okay, and we have plus, we have y and 101. It's of two parts. It's just like we have a plus b. So if I say I want to multiply a plus b by a number, I have to put that in brackets. Maybe I want to multiply by 2. I have to put in bracket. If I just write 2a plus b, I will be wrong if I want to solve it. Because this 2 is not only multiplied by a, it's multiplied by b. Do you understand? Do you understand? If I should write it like this, it means that we have only 2a, it's not multiplied by b. I get now. So that is the reason why. I have to put in a bracket. So this bracket means that this 2 multiplied by this and this 1 multiplied by this. That's the same thing applicable to this. When this 1 multiplied by this y plus 101, because this one is in two terms, while this one in just one terms. So here we have two terms here, and when I multiply one term by two times, we have to open bracket for it, or else you made a mistake. Okay, you made a mistake. So that's the reason why I have to put it in brackets. Do you understand now, Tope? Thank you. Okay, you're right, you understand. Okay, now, okay, good. So we multiply the bracket by 1. Okay, now the next thing now is to multiply to open brackets. You know, in the broad maths we open brackets. When you have a bracket, you solve the bracket first. So let's solve these brackets. Let's solve this bracket now. So if you want to solve this bracket, this 111 multiplied by y, okay, and we also multiply by 101. So let's do that. That will be 1001 is 0 y plus equal to, okay, here 11 times y, like it was 11 y plus 11 times 101, that will be 11 times, I put it as times 101. That is how we open the brackets. I get now. That is how we open the brackets. That is how you open the bracket. Do you understand? This is a multiplication. This is multiply. Make this 1 multiplied by y. We have y. We have 1 multiplied by y plus. We have this is the plus. This is the plus I have here. This 1 multiplied by 101. That is how I have this. That is how I have this. Are we getting it right now? Are we following, guys? Now, what will be the next step? What do we do next? Are you following, guys? So if you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, please let me know. Okay. So, okay, we are following it. Okay. I'm listening. So let's go move further. Let's move further. So in this place now, let's multiply these parts. You know, here we have y. You can collect lifetime here. Where you can order solve this one in two ways. We have y here. If you look at, we have y here, and also have y here. Here it does not have y. You can take this to the other side here. Let's collect lifetime. Just done. You can collect the lifetime here. So if you collect lifetime, this one y goes to the other side here, because this one has 1y. So you take it together. That means that we have 10010 y. Okay. This one, when it goes to the other side, when this one goes to the other side, it will be minus, because the sign here is plus. When you call this equal to sign, it will change to minus. Okay, it will change to minus. So that is why we have a minus. This one becomes minus 1 I will get it now, and to be equal to remains this, that is 1 multiplied by 101. Just now we can factorize this one, and we can multiply this one to get our answer. Are you get now let's factorize this right hand side here. Factorize this right hand side here, you can see that y is common to both sides here. Okay, y is common to both sides here. So if we take y outside here, so that means you have y open brackets. Okay, so y divided by 1 divided by y, it will be equal to 10010. So we made this one, why this y is outside, minus the same thing as the cable to here. When we divide this y by this, y to be what outside, it means what 1. So it means that we have 1 here, close bracket, to be equal to 1 multiplied by 101. And we get it now. Now, the next step you have to do here, let's solve this this multiplication, and let's solve this subtraction. This is subtraction in number-based system. There's a way you do subtraction in number-based system, and there's a way we do multiplication in number-based system. I will explain everything in detail in this class. Now, let's deal with this one first. Let's solve this right hand side there. Let's solve that one first. So if I should bring this one out, we have 1 multiplied by. So I want to bring this one out. So let me try to put a bracket there not to confuse us. Let me try to put. Let's solve this one first. That is 1 okay, multiplied by 101. So that means that we are multiplying this 101, same thing, multiplied by 1. So we are multiplying this. So let's do the multiplication, and they are in base 2, because the question says that they are in base 2. So everything to be in base 2, So let's do the multiplication in base 2. Now, how do we do that? Now, this is normal mathematics. 1 times 1, it is 1. I get now. Now, 1 times 0, that gives us what? 0. 1 times 1, that gives us what? 1. So we have done with this first digit here. The second digit will be 1 times 1, that to write the answer under this second digit. I get now. So 1 times 1, that equals what? 1. I get now. So 1 times 0, that gives us a 0. 1 times 1, that you have 1. Then we have to add it now. The next thing to add it together. The next thing is to add it together. Now, when you add it together now, what will be the answer? Note we are working this based on base 2. So in this base now, this one does not have any number to be added down here. So it means that we write the 1. Here that is 1. 1 plus 0, that will be equal to 1. I get now. 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1. And here means what? 1. So that means that when this 1 multiplied by 101, the answer it gives is 1111 in base 2. That will be the answer that we give. I get them. So this one is equal to this. So let's solve the left hand side. Let's solve the left hand side. So we are subtracting this from this. So that means we have 1 0 0 1 0 subtracted from, that is 1 1. We subtracted. So let's subtract it. Now, note it is in base 2. Okay, the question says we should find it what? In base 2. It's finding in base 2. Now the question has to ask itself, 1 minus 0. Is it possible? Can you subtract 1 from 0? Can you subtract 1 from 0? No. Okay, now because 1 is bigger than 0 here, what you just have to do here is to what? You borrow 1 for the next digit. You can borrow it from this place, you can also borrow from this way, but let me borrow it from this place. If you borrow 1 from this place, that means that you borrow 1 from this place, this one becomes what? 0. We have 0 here. I get them. So the 1 will come to this place. Note, the one we are borrowing from this particular digit here, okay, well, after borrow it, the one we automatically becomes 2. Again, because the one we are borrowing, we are working toward base 2. The one we borrow here will automatically becomes 2. If it is base 3, okay, the one we borrow will automatically becomes 3. I get them because we're working towards base 2. So since we borrow 1 for this space, the one we automatically become 2. I get them. So that means that this space will be what? 2 plus 0 here will give us 2. So it means that we have 2 here. I will get it now. Let me explain that part again. 1 minus 0 is not possible. We borrow 1 from the second digit here, and when we borrow 1 from the second digit here, remains 0. Okay, because we have 1 here, and we borrow this one, remains 0. So note, the one you borrow from this place will automatically becomes 2, because we are working towards base 2. Assuming that the base we are working towards there is base 3. If you borrow any number from any base, if it is base 3, we automatically becomes base 3. We will automatically becomes 3 rather. Because we are borrowing 1 from this base now, and we are working towards in base 2. Okay? We are working towards base 2. So that is why the 1 becomes what? 2. I get it now. That is one Oluwabukola. I get it now. Oluwabukola, I get it now. The reason why I get this 2 is that we are borrowing 1 for this space and working towards base 2. Okay, the one we borrow from this space will automatically become the base, which is 2. So the 2 will be added plus 0 here, we have for 2. Assume that this space is base 3. When we borrow 1 from this place, the one we borrow will automatically become 3. Why? Because we are working towards base 3. But in this question, we are working towards base 2. So that is why the one we borrow from this place will automatically becomes 2. I get now. So the 2 rounded plus this number here, which is 0. 2 plus 0, that is what? 2. So that is why I write this 2. So 1 minus 2, we have what? 1. I get now. G gets it now. G gets it now. If you understand it, let me know before I proceed. If you understand it, let me know before I proceed. Okay. Okay, good. Now, this one we add 0 here. So it's not 1 minus 1. But because we have borrowed this one from this space, becomes 0. That's why I write the 0 here. Now, 1 minus 0 here is not possible. It's not possible. Hello? So the one we borrow from this way, this will have what? 0. So when you borrow 1 from 0 here, that's 1 minus 0 here is not possible. So you go to the next digit. The next digit here is what? The next digit here is 0. So we can't borrow anything from 0 here. We go to the next digit, we have the next digit also 0. We can't borrow anything from 0 here. So we go to the next digit, we have 1. So when you borrow this one, okay, when you borrow 1 from this place, this will become what? 0. We have 0 here. I get now. Now the one will automatically becomes 2. Here we have 2. The reason because 2 plus 0 here, we have what? 2. So we still have to borrow 1 from this 2. So this one because 1 remains 1 here. I get now. The one we go for this way, when it comes to this place, we automatically become 2. 2 plus 0 here, we have what? That is 2. So we go 1 from this 2 again. So it remains what? 1. And 1 comes to this place. When we borrow here, we automatically becomes what? 2. This one because we have 2. So now you know, so what? 1 minus 2, we have what? 1. I get now. Note this place we have 1 remaining here. So this one we drop it, that is 1, because we don't have any number adding subtracting from this one, we have 1, and here we have 1 here, this means 1. So in this place, this is 0. So since we have a number here, you don't need to write the 0. So it means that we have the answer to be equal to, the answer is to be equal to 1, 1, 1. I get it now. Do you have any question? Is there any question before I proceed? Do you understand the way I get this one when I subtract this from this? Do you well understand? If you understand, say yes, so we can proceed. If you have any question, let me know. And if you understand it, say yes, so we can proceed with the class. If you understand it, say yes, so we can proceed with the class. If you have any question, please let me know. And if you understand, say yes, so we can proceed with the class. Okay, well understood. Okay, now let's begin again. Let's continue. Now, since we have solved that this melodies, we have it as 1111, and we multiply this time this, we have it as 1111 in base 2. So let's put this one, what we get here to replace by this, and what we get here to replace by this. Now, that will be equal to, here we have y, okay, we have y. So okay, let me try to roll it out here. So from this place now we have y, okay. For the bracket here, for this bracket here, we have this is what, that is what we did here. That is 111, okay. One, that is how many one? That is 4y. That is close bracket to be equal to, and this one will give us as also 4 1 1 1 1. They are in base 2. Again, so when you open this bracket, y times 1 1 here, this becomes 1 1 1 1 times y equal to, that is 1 1 1 1 in base 2, everything here and in base 2. Now, we're told to find the value of y. According to the question, we're trying to find the value of y, and if you are finding the value of y here, what you just have to do here is to divide both sides by the coefficient of y. Okay, let me ask you this question. If you're told to find the value of y here, what will you do? How do you make y the subject of formula? You want to find this y, what will you do? What will you do? Let's make the class very interactive. So what will you do now to get your y according to the question? When you get the question to this part, okay, what will you do? What will be the next step to do now to get this value of y? What will you do? What will you do if you're told to solve this question from this place now to get the value of y? What will you do? What will you do? So I'm waiting for your reply so I can start. What will you do now? If you're told to find the value of y, what will you do? What will you do? And what will be the next step? What will be the next step? Okay, the next step to do here is to divide both sides by the question of y, and the question of y here is what? Is 1 1 1 1. That is the question of y. So it means that we divide this side, divide both sides here 1 1 1 1 by this question of y, which is 1 1, and also divided by this part that is 1 1 1 1. So in this place, this 1 1 cancel this 1 1 1, we cancel this. Again, and also this one we cancel this, so that means that this divided by this we have what? 1, and this divided by this we have 1. So it means that we have our mass 1. So it said therefore, the value of y is equal to, because this divided by this 1 1 divided by 1 1 we have 1, so we have the answer to be equal to what? 1 in base 2. So the value of y is equal to 1 in base 2. I get now. So the value of y we're told to find is equal to 1 in base 2. Are you following? Is equal to 1 in base 2. Are you following? Okay. Okay. So it's equal to what? 1 in base 2. Now, that is how you will solve it. So any question? Any question? Any question? Are we free to go? I can see now by now, when you have this question, when you're given this question, I think by now you are free to go. When you're given this question, I think by now you are free to go on how you can solve this particular question. I think you're free to go on how you can solve this particular question. I think you're free to go to solve all these particular question. Do you have any question before we move to the question 2? Before I share you the question 2, let's check it again. If you have any question, please let me know. Okay, well done, sir. Balogun. Okay, thank you, thank you. So are we free? Should we pause it to the next question? Should we pause it to the next question? Should we pause it to the next question? So by the end of this class, I'll drop this lesson. Okay, well understood. Okay, so can we pause it to the next question? Can we pause it to the next question? Can we pause it to the next question? Okay, so let's pause it to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Let me type the next question out here. Let me type the next question out here. So this question, it's also one of the very important questions. You should also take notes. It is also very important question. You should take notes if you're writing this in coming. Most especially for JAMB exam, the question will definitely comes out. If it doesn't come out, like the question will comes out. So do not joke with it. No joke with it. So let me go type the question out. We have I'll pick this question from JAMB past question. This is from JAMB past question. So let me quickly type it. Okay, that is the question. So let me complete the question by using my pen. This is big question 2, and this one is in base. We have this one in base 7. Okay, this one is in base 7 and this one is in base 9. Okay, we have this question. We have if 2n for base 7 is equal to 15n in base 9. We're told to find the value of n. Look at this question. This question is very interesting. This question is very interesting. This question is very interesting. Now, if you see this question at the first place, can you solve it? Can you solve this question? If you're given this question, maybe you see this question at the first stage, can you solve this question? Let us say something about it. Can you solve this question? If this question is being given at the first place, how do you attempt to solve this question? How do you attempt to solve this question? If this question is being asked from you guys, can you solve it? The question is, if 2n, don't say it clearly. Ola Bukola doesn't say it clearly. The question is if, okay, let me try to zoom it up. Let me zoom it. Okay, I hope you can all see it very well now. How we can all see very well now. So if the question is if 2n for base 7 equal to 15n base 9. Okay, 15n base 9. Find the value of n. If you're told to find the value of n, and when you give this question, can you solve it? Can you solve it? If you give this question, maybe the first time, can you solve this question? Can you solve it? If you are given this question, can you solve it? Study the question, can you solve it? Before I start solving it for you guys. Can you solve it before I start solving it for you guys? Can you solve it before I start solving it for you guys? So I'm trying to reply some people that message me. That is why. Okay, no sir. Okay, no, I cannot. Okay. Let's solve it together. So let's look at the solution together. This question is very simple. Very simple. Now, what we have to do here, if you're given this question, if 2n, so let me write the question out. We have 2 what n 4 in base 7 and we equal to, we have 1 5 n in base 9. And we're told to find the value of n. We're told to find the value of n. What you just have to come to your mind, is to convert this part, this base 7, because this base A and this base are not the same. Assuming the base A and this base A are the same, you can find it so easy. I get now. But this base A and this base A are not the same. You have to convert this, you have to make sure that this base and this base are the same. And to make this base and this base the same, you have to convert both base. You have to convert this base 7 to base 10 and also this base 9 to base 10. That is the first step you have to do. Whenever you're given a question and you discover the base are not the same, okay, and discover the base are not the same, next thing to do is to convert both sides to base 10. I get now. So let's take this side. So let me say that this place is the right hand side there. Let's cover the right hand side there, the left hand side there to base 10, and this right hand side there to base 10. So let's take it one by one. For this left hand side here, let's cover it to base 10. So you have 2n 4 in base 7. If you cover it to base 10, if you know when you convert it from other base, okay, from another base to base 10, you use expansion method. And how do you expand it? Now you take the first digit here, which is 2, that is 2 multiply, okay, the 2 you multiply by this base, that is 7, plus the next digit, that is what, n multiplied by the base, that is what, 7, plus the next digit, that is 4 multiplied by the base, that is what, 7. That is how you expand it. I get now. That is how we expand it. That is how you expand it. Now, the next thing to do after you have expanded on is to indicate the index. And when you are indicating the index, you start from the right hand side there and start from the number 0. So that means that on top the base, okay, on top the base, I say it again, on top the base, and this will be the base, and on this is base 7, you start for the number 0, that is 0. So the next base is the base power of 1, and the next base is the base power of 2. Are we following? This to be base power of 0, and the next one to be base power of 1, and the next one to be base power of 2. As soon as you have the next base to base power of 3 to the last digits, like that. I get now. Now this one means that what 7 base power of 2 here has 7 base power of 1 here and 7 base power of 0 here. So let's solve it in a very simple mathematics now. So this one means we have 2 multiplied by 7 base power of 7. That is means that 7 times what? Okay, times 7. 7 times what? Times 7. That is the meaning of this. Plus we have this one means what? N multiplied by 7 base power of 7, that is 7 multiplied by 7 in one place. Plus, here we have 4 multiplied by 7 base power of 0. Anything base power of 0 is equal to what? 1. Take note of that. If we have 7, if we have any number that base power of 0, it is called what? It is equal to 1. Any number that is base power of 0 is equal to 1. So definitely here we have what? 1. Are you following? Means that here we have 1. Do you understand? So here we have 2 times 7 times, let me first of all deal with this. 7 times 7, that is what? 49. That means that 2 times what? 49. Or we can do it like this. 7 times 7, 2 times 7 times what? 7. That will give us what? That is 89. You can do it like that. This one is 49. 7 times 7, that's why I get this 49. If we don't want to do it like that, you can multiply by this, or can say 2 times 49 here will give us as 98. I get now. Should we do it like that? Okay, let me do it to avoid mistake. Let me try to clean this one up. Let me try to clean this one up. Let me make it more clear. So in this place now, 2 times 7, that's equal to what? 14 times 7, that's equal to what? 98. Plus, and here we have n times 7, that gives us 7 what? N. Plus, here we have 4 times 1, that is equal to what? 4. Are you get now? Now, let's collect the lifetime here. Let's collect the lifetime here. Here we have what? 98, okay? Plus, this 4 we count to this one, that is 4 plus what? 7 what? N. So 98 plus 4, that gives us 102. So it means that we have 102 here plus what? 7 what? N. So this will be therefore, when you are converting, therefore, when you are converting 2n4 in base 7 to base 10, the answer will be equal to 102 plus what? 7 what? N. That will be the answer. That will be the answer. When you're converting this 2n4 base 7 to base 10, it will be equal to 102 plus 7n in base 10. That will be the conversion in base 10. Do you have any question before I proceed? Is there any question or suggestion before I move to the next part? Before I move to the next step, is there any question? Is there any question before I move to the next? Okay, I can continue. Good. Now let me continue the class. Now we have the second part here. We have it as 1, okay, 15n. Okay, let me try to roll this one out so it cannot be confuse us. The second part is 15n in base 9. So let's convert it to base 10. Let's convert it to base 10. Let's convert it to base 10. The same thing we did here. The first digit here. Okay, you asked me a question that why don't you add the 7n together, sir? You know, we can't add this one together. This is a number. 102 is a number. It does not have any letter. This 7n, it's combination of letter. It means that this n is stored is just like a variable. It's a storage. It stores a certain number which we don't know. We want to find this n. So this is 7n is variable. This 7 attached to a letter. That is not like to this. It's not alike to this. I get now. It is not alike to this. So we can add this 7n together to this 102. Assume that this 102 has n. Then you can add it together to this. This n and this one, they are not alike. They are different. Assume that this 102 has 102n and this one is 7n. Then you can add it together. And this one, you cannot add it together because they are not of the same family. They are not alike. Do you understand? They are not alike. So you cannot add it together. You cannot add it together because they are not alike. Do you understand? Do you understand now before I move further? Do you understand now before I move further? So I proceed. All right. Okay. Now let's convert this second part. Now you have 15n. Okay. Let's convert it to base 10. You take the first digit, that is 1 multiply. Okay. 1 multiply by the base which is 9. That is 9 plus. And the second digit, that is what? 5 multiplied by the base, that is what? 9 plus, and the next digit, that is what? N multiplied by the base, that is what? 9. Now let's solve it. Now the next thing to do here is to indicate the index. And I said that when we indicate the index, it will be on top of the base, and we start for the number 0 from the right hand side. Okay, that means the first digit for the right hand side, the first base for the right hand side there, it will be base power of what? Of 0, and the next one to be base power of 1, and the next one to be base power of 2, assuming we have another one to base power of 3, like that to the last to the last what base. Now let's solve it in a very simple way. Let's solve it now. This one means that 9 base power of 2, and this one means that 9 base power of 1, and this one means that 9 base power of what? Of 0. So this one to be therefore, okay, 1 multiplied by 9 base power of 2, that is 9 times what? Times 9, plus so the same thing applicable to this, 5 times 9 base power of 1, that means that 9, plus, and this one n multiplied by 9 base power of 0. Anything base power of 0 is equal to what? 1. So 9 base power of 0 is equal to 1. So definitely here we have 1. Now let's multiply this. 1 times 9 times 9. That will be equal to what? 81. Plus, here we have 5 times 9. 5 times 9, what to be the answer? 5 times 9, that will be equal to 45. Here we have what? 45, okay? Plus, n times 1, that is equal to what? N. Now, if we add it together, here we have is 1 plus 45. So let's add is 1 plus 45. That gives us 126. And here we have plus what? Plus n. I get now. So we can say this n plus 126, it is not the same. Okay? This n plus 126, it is not the same. They are different. This is the number. This is the letter. This is the number. They are different. The same thing applicable to the first one we did here. So here now, now say therefore, when you're converting 15n in base 7, in base 9 rather, to base 10, it will be equal to 126 plus 126 plus n, 126 plus n in base 10. So when you're converting 15n in base 9 is equal to 126 plus n in base 10. Now, therefore, since you have gotten this, and you have got the conversion to base 10, and you convert this one to base 10, the next thing is to put it in the question, and you solve your answer correctly. And you get the answer correctly. So, do you have any question at this junction? Do you have any question at this junction before I proceed? Do you have any question at this junction before I proceed to the next step? Okay, if you understand, say I understand. If you understand, say I understand, so we can proceed to the next class, to the next step. If you understand, say I understand, so we can proceed to the next step. If you understand, say I understand, so we can proceed to the next step. Okay? You don't understand. Okay, which part you don't understand there? Okay, you understand. Okay. 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 So let's proceed to the next step. Let's proceed to the next step. If you look at the question, we're told towards this 2n plus 7 is equal to 15n. This is base 7, this is 15n in base 9. So let's put together what we get in the expression, and then we solve it together. Now let's put it in the expression. The expression said that we have the first one, that the expression we have it as 2n4 in base 7 equal to, and they will be equal to 15n in base 9. I get now 15n in base 9. Now, this was 2n4 in base 7 is equal to this. That is what we have 102 plus what? 7 what? N. Okay? Equal to, here we have 15n in base 9. We have it at 1226 plus what? Plus n. And we get now, we have put this one, this is the question, and this one, when we convert this one to base 10, this is what we get, and we convert this one to base 10, this is what we get. Now, the next thing you have to do here now, if you look at this one as n, and you have n in this side, you can collect lifetime. The next thing is to collect lifetime. So let's take a number to the number and let's take a letter. I want to add letter to a letter. So I will take this 102 to the other part here. Okay, and also I will take this one n to the other part here. Okay, let me solve it in a step by step. Let me solve it in a step by step so it cannot be confusing us. Let's do step one. Let's take this let's take this n to the other side here. If you take this n to the other side here, that means that you have 102, okay, plus 7 what n. When this n comes to the other side there, it becomes minus what n, equal to, we have 1 2 what 6. Now next thing to do here now is to take this 102 to the other side here. Again now 102, let's take it to the other side here. If you take this 102 to the other side, it becomes minus the other side here. So that means that we have 7 what n minus n, okay, equal to 126 minus 102. This one we have, when it comes to the other side there, we turn to what? Minus. So let's subtract it. Let's do the simple subtraction here. Here means that we have, okay, let me try to create more space. So this one means that 7 minus n, that is what 6n, equal to 126 minus 102, that will give us as 24. And now to get the value of n, what do we do to get the value of n? To get the value of n, what will you do to get the value of n? To get the value of n, you have to divide both sides by the equation of n, and the equation of n here is what? Is 6. So it means that we divide this side by 6, and divide this side by 6. So 6 cancels 6 here, 6 will cancel 6 here, and how many 6 can you see in 24? So 6 divided by 24, that will give us as what? Let me know the answer in the comment section. That will be the answer. 6 divided by 24, that will give us as 4, right? So 6 here, 1, 6 in 24, we have 4. So that means that therefore our n is equal to what? 4. The value of n is equal to 4. So that is the step by step to solve this mathematics question. That is step by step to solve this mathematics question. So okay, how did I get 6n? Okay, I get the 6n here. 7 minus n. It just means that the equation of 7 here, the equation of n here is 7. The equation of n here is 7. And the equation of n here is what? Is we have minus. The equation of n here is what? Is 1. Because there's no number attached to this n. Okay, now the equation of n here, there's no number attached to this n, means that 1 is multiplied by this n here. So that is that the equation of n here is 1. So 7 minus 1, we have 6. Multiplied by n, that's why I get what? 6n. That's why they get it down. You understand the way I get that 6n now? Do you understand the way I get that 6n now? Okay, well understood. Okay, now, so therefore the value of n, it is equal to, the value of n here, it is equal to 4. That is the step by step to solve this kind of question. If you've seen a question similar to this in this upcoming WAEC or NECO examination or JAMB examination, that is the step by step to solve it. That is step by step to solve it. That is step by step to solve it. So if you have any question, you can let me know. I hope you understand it before we move to the next question. I hope you guys understand it before I proceed to the next question. I hope you guys understand it before I proceed to the next question. If you understand, please reply as I understand. So let's continue to the next question. If you understand, let me know. We can move to the next question. Okay, we can proceed. Okay, so let's move to the next question. And next question. Let me write the next question. Let me type the next question out. Okay, let me try to create space so I can type the next question. The next question is almost similar to this question we solved, but the little different. There's a little difference. The question says if. Okay, the question says if we have a 2 3. Okay, this is in base S. 2 3. Okay, to be equal to, we have a 3 5. Okay, sorry, it's 2 3. That will be in base 5. That will be in base 5. And the questions are to find want to find the value. Okay, right, so let's find the value of S. Right, to find the value of S. I'm trying to find the value of S. That's the question. So I haven't completed the question. Let me go and complete the question so you guys can see it clear. Let me go and complete the question. That is, let me increase the size. Okay, this will be the question 3. This will be the question 3. And this one is in base S. Okay, and this one is in base 5. Am I correct? Okay, yes, this one is in base S and this is in base 5, and we're trying to find the value of S. This question, if you look at it, it may see that it is almost the same as the question 2 we just solved here. You may say that it's almost the same as the question 2 we just solved here, which is not that the same. It is little similar. It is little similar, but it is not as the same. Okay, it is little similar, but it is not as the same. So let's look at it together, how you solve this question. Or before I go, can you give a try? Can you give a try? Can you give a try if before I go? Can you give it a try? So if we're trying to find this to solve this question, what would be the first step? What should be your first step? What should be your first step? If you are given this kind of question, what would be your first step? If you're given this kind of question, what would be the first step? If I give this kind of question, what would be the first step? What would be the first step we do? What would be the first step we do? If I give you this question, what would be the first step? Okay, we cover both sides towards to base 10. Okay, that will be the first step. We cover it towards to base 10. Okay, yes, that is 32. Yes, the first thing to do when you are solving this question, I said it in the previous, so that's question 2. This is the question 3. I said that whenever you're given a question and you see that the diff base are not the same, okay, and see that the base are not the same, you have what? To convert both sides to base 10. You convert this one to base 10, you convert this one to base 10. Then you can easily find the value of s. It is very simple. So you can use find the value of s. Now let's go. How do we solve it? How do you convert this one to base 10? Let's go. Let's do that together. In this place, when you're converting this one, that is 2 3s. If you convert to base 10, you take this first number here, that is 2 multiplied by the base, that is what? S, plus, and then this next digit, that is 3 multiplied by the base, that is what? S. Now, after you have expanded now, the next step to do is to indicate the index, and when you indicate the index, it will be on top of the base. Start from the right hand side here. Start from the 0. That is, this one means that the first base here is power of 0 here. The second base here is power of 1. As soon as we say upon the number, the base power of 2, and that. Do you understand? Now here, that means that s is power of 1 here and s is power of 0 here. So s is power of 1 here is what? S. So that means that our 2 what multiplied by s plus our 3 plus multiplied by s is power of 0. That will give us as 1. Anything with power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay, but okay, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. So that, but what if the base are the same? What will you do, sir? If the base are the same, that's one relates to quadratic, it leads to a simple equation. Okay. A list of same equation. What you just have to do, if the base is the same, you just have to collect like time. Okay, you have to collect like time. So it means that you are starting this from this. Just understand? I get that if the base are the same, assume that this place is both what? S, if this place is S and this place also S, you just have to take this one to the other side here and you solve it. Just this, because this one of this, you get an answer. I get that. That is what it. That will give us a simple equation. Do you understand? That will give us a simple equation. Do you understand? In case if the base is the same, but I never seen the question because in mathematics they just give question. They solve the question before they give the question. So if they just say that if the question is just ask that is to be equal to, that is 2s and with 2 3s equal to, that is 3 2 what? S. Okay. If it is just like that, but if it just brings on to this, it doesn't make that sense. It doesn't make much sense. So in mathematics, whenever before a question can be given, they have seen the solution of the question and they may know that this question will lead to certain things. Understand? So according to my experience in mathematics, I haven't seen the kind of question like this that have the same base. Okay, I have the same base. When I even check, I have out of 50 questions on this particular topic. I don't think I have anyone who have the same base there. Just done. Okay, all right. Now let's proceed. 2 times x, that will give us as, okay, I stop at this place. S with power of 0, h with power of 0 is equal to what? 1. So means that 3 times 1 here. Now let's come back to the 2 times s, that gives us as 2 or 2s plus, and then we have 3 times 1, we have 3. Now that means that when you're converting this to d, when you convert this to base 10, we have 2s plus 3 in base 10. So that will be the answer in base 10. That will be the answer in base 10. Now let's move to the right hand side there, where we have 3 to base 5. So let's convert it to base 10. So when you convert to base 10, it means that 3 multiplied by the base, that is 5, okay, plus we have the next digit, that is 2 multiplied by the base, that is 5. Now the next thing you have to do here is to indicate the index. When you are indicating the index for the right hand side there, so let's say start from 0 on top of the base. Okay, that would be 5 is power of 0 here. The next digit here, 5 is power of 1. As soon as you have that digit, it will raise power of 2 like that to the last what? The last base. Now this one means that 5 is power of 1 here, that is 5, that is that is 5. Okay, that is 3 multiplied by 5 is power of 1, that is equal to what, 5 plus, and 2 multiplied by 5 is power of 0, that is equal to what, 1. And 3 is power of 0, it is equal to 1. So 3 times 5. 3 times 5, that gives us as 15, plus 2 times 1, that gives us as what, as 2. So when you add it together, 15 plus 2, that we have 17. So therefore, we have what, this one will be equal to 17 in base 10. So when you're converting 3 to in base 5 is equal to 17 in base 10. Do we get that? Do we get that? Is there any question before I proceed? Is there any question before I proceed? Do you have any question? If you have any question before I proceed to the next step, you can let me know. If you have any question before I proceed to the next step, you can please let me know. Okay. Now let's move further. Let's move further. Now let's put it to the according to the general expression whereby we have 3 base s equal to 3 5 3 2 rather. This one is 2. Let me try to write it out to avoid confusion. Okay, here we have to have 3 2 in base 5. Okay, this 2 3 base s is equal to 2 3 equal to 2s plus 3. So means that this one is equal to what, 2s plus what, 3 equal to, and also 3 5 in base 5 and 3 2 in base 5 is equal to 17 in base 10. Now we have it as simple mathematics. Now that is simple equation. We have it as simple equation now. Okay, in this simple equation, we're told to find the value of what? Of s. So we have to collect like time here. Let's take this 3 to the other side here. So it means that we have 2 what? 2s is equal to 17. Okay, take this to the other side there. That is minus what? 3. This plus, when it cause this equal to, it will change to what? Minus. So that is why I have minus here. Now, when you do the calculation on 17 minus 3, that we have what? 14. So it means that we have 2 what? 2s is equal to what? 14. Now to get the value of s, we have to divide both sides by the quotient of s. The quotient of s is 2. So it means that we are dividing this side by 2. We are dividing this side by what? By 2. So it means that this 2, we count this 2 here. Okay, so it means s. Now we have 2 here, 1, 2 in 14, that gives us as 7. So it means that our s, the value of s here, therefore our s is equal to what? 7. So the value of s for the given question is equal to 7. The value of s is equal to 7. If you try to find the value of s, the value of s is equal to 7. And that is a step-by-step to solve this mathematics question. That is step-by-step to solve this mathematics question. Any question before I proceed to the next question? Any question before I proceed for the next question? After this next question, I will call it a day for today. I will give you classwork. Any question before I proceed to the next question? Any question before I proceed to the next question? If you have any question, okay, no question. Okay, in absence of no question, let's move further. Let me tweet one more question. And then we get our let me take one more question. So let me write the question out. Let me type the question out. Convert. By just to convert or just to convert, okay, that is 1 point, okay, 1 point, we have 0 1 1. I thought to convert this is in base 2, okay, to myself to convert to base 10, to convert to base 10 to base to convert to base 10. Method to convert to base 10. So let me try to make it both, and let me create the font size. Let me create the first character base equal to 20. So that should be equation 4 of today. So let's convert it to base 10. The question is in base, that's equation 4. We have it in equation 4, sorry, equation 4. So they are in base 2. We are trying to convert this 11.011 in base 2 to base 10. How do we convert it? How do we convert this? If I give you this question, how do you convert it? It's quite very simple. So let's look at the solution together. Let's look at the solution together. So if you look at this, these are called decimal number. I call decimal number in our base. And the way we are converting decimal number to base, to any base, is different. If you don't know how to convert decimal number base system to any base, you will definitely be wrong. Okay, we're going to expand it. Yes, so let's expand that first. Now let's take this 1 let's write the question out. We have 11.011 in base 2. So the first thing we are converting to base 10, we always been expand, and we want to expand this one. You take the first digit here, that's 1 multiplied by. Note, before I expand it, we have two type of number here. We have the whole number here, we have the decimal number here. Number before this decimal point are called whole number, and after this decimal point are called decimal number. And the way you solve the decimal part is different from the way you solve the whole number parts. Take note of that. Now, for the decimal, for the whole number part here, I take the first digit here, I will expand it, whereby multiply by the base, which is what, 2, plus the second digit, that is 1, multiplied by the base, that is 2. Now, after we have the decimal part, we have the decimal point. So I would love to indicate the decimal point. I'll take the next digit, that is what? 0 multiplied by the base, which is what? Which is 2, plus, and then next digit, that is 1 multiplied by this base, which is what? 2, and plus, and the next digit, that is 1 multiplied by the base, which is what? 2. Have we get it now? Now, the next thing you have to do here is to indicate the index. Listen carefully in this part. When you are indicating index, the way you indicate the index of the whole number part is different from the way you indicate the index in the decimal number part. You start for the whole number part. And the whole number part here is stop at this particular point here. Okay. Now, when you indicate the index, you start from the 0. You first indicate the index for the whole number part. Where you start from the what? For this, before this point, that will be your whole number part. Now you start for the number 0 on top of the base. That will be what? 0. The next base to be what? We have 1. I will assume we have other one to be 2 to like that. Now, to indicate the index of the decimal number place, this decimal number place here at the number less than 0. So that means that this place, you don't start from the right hand side there, you have to start from immediately after the decimal point. And immediately after the decimal point, the first base we have here, which is what? This one to be base power of the number less than 0, which is -1. This one base power of -1. Next one base power of what? -2. Next one base power of what? Of -3. Like that. As soon as you have that one, that I get it now. Now, the next thing you have to do here is to make this what this is a simple mathematics now. 2 raised to the power of 1, that is what? That is 2. So it means that we have 1 multiplied by 2 here plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 0, that is called what? 1. Okay, we have the decimal point here. Now if you look at this now, let me explain something here. If you still remember indices, let me take you back to indices. Though we are still going to that topic, we have, if you still remember law of indices, we have the negative index or negative inverse that says that if you have a raised to the power of minus n, a raised to the power of minus n is the same thing. Now this minus here is 1 over, so a raised to the power of n, that is a raised to the power of n. So when you have expression like this mathematics, this minus here as the index here is same as 1 over, and this a raised to the power of n, and when you have this in mathematics, this will be what? The answer. Just now let's come to this part here. We have 0 multiplied by, we have this minus here is the same thing of this one. This 2 raised to the power of minus 1 here, the same thing applicable to this one. A raised to the power of what? Minus what? N. Are we getting it now? Now that means that this 2 represent as a here, and this 1 represent as what? As n here. So it means that this means that we have 1 over, this minus here means that 1 over, that is 2 raised to the power of 1. Okay, this one is about 1 plus, the same applicable to this, that is 1 multiplied by, that is 1 over, this 2 raised to the power of what? Of 2 plus, we have 1 multiplied by, this is 2 raised to the power of 2 is, that is 2 raised to the power minus 3. This minus here is 1 over, that is 2 raised to the power of 3. Are we following? Now let's solve it now. 2 times 1 here, that is what? 2 plus 1 times 1 here, that is equal to 1, and we have the decimal part. 0 times this, 0 times 1 over 2 raised to the power of 1, that gives us a 0. We have 0 here plus, and then 1 times this, that gives us 1 over what? 1 times 1 over 2 square. So 1 times this, that 1 times 1 over 2 square. 2 square here, that is 2 times 2, that is 4. So that is 1 over 4 here. Are we getting it now? That is 1 over 4 here. Now we have the second one here, that is plus. This is 1 times 1 over 3 here. So this is 2 times 2 in 3 places, that is 2 times 2 times 2, that is equal to 8. So it means that this one means that 1 over 8. 1 over 8, because 2 times 2 is 2 times 2, that is 4, times 2, that is 8. So that is what I have, this 8. You understand? Yes, I have this 8. Now this one will be equal to, this one need to be equal to 2 plus the whole number part here. 2 plus 1, that's we have what? We have 3. We have point. This point, we have this point. We have 0 plus 0. So in this place, we can either write it. We can either write this one. You can either write this one in fraction, or you can convert this one to decimal. But for the sake of this class, I would like to convert this to decimal because we still need to convert back to decimal. Let me convert this one back to decimal. This 0. So let's say that this 0 is gone. Let's not add the 0 to it. Let's deal with this 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. So let's convert 1 over 4. 1 over 4 divided by 4. Let's go out to decimal. 1 over 1 divided by 4. That's give us as well as 0.25. So it means that what we have 0.25 plus the second one, that is 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 8 is equal to 0.1225. You can use the calculator to do that. Now let's add this one together. 0.25 plus 0.125. So let's add it together with your calculator, and let me know your answer in the comment section. 0.125 plus 0.125 plus 0.25. What will be the answer? That will be equal to 0. That will give us as 0.3. So let me try the correct space, I think, so you can still contain it. So this one will be equal to, So that be 3 points. This 3 whole number here, that is 3 points, and this one will be equal to, when you add this one, 0.25 plus 0.125, that will be equal to, that is 0.375. If you use a calculator, that's what all it gets. Okay, I don't understand how I get it. Okay, which one you don't understand there? Which part you don't understand there? Is it the way I get this 1/4 or the way I get this 1/8? Tope, Balogun Tope, which one you don't understand there? And this how I convert to fraction, how I convert to decimal, or which part you don't understand there? So I'll respond before I proceed. In which part you don't understand there before I proceed? Okay, how I get 0.3? Okay, well, it said that 0.0. Okay, Oluwabukola, you say that 0.0312. No, how did you get that? I don't understand how you arrive at that point. Okay, for Tope, let me explain this. How did I get this word 0.1? So that I made the 0.25 and 0. Okay, what did I did here? If you use the calculator to divide 1 divided by 4, use the calculator to divide 1 divided by 4, this is what it gets. If you convert this 1 by 4 to decimal, you get 0.1, you get 0.25. And when you convert 1/8 divided by 8, we have 0.124. If you use 125 rather, if you use the calculator, okay, you say the mistake. Okay, I've had you. So Balogun, do you get it now? Topo, do you understand the way I get it now? Topo, I'm waiting for your response. Do you understand the way I get it now? Let me explain it again. I convert this 1/4 to decimal. If we use the calculator, 1 divided by 4, we have what is 0.25. Again now, we have 0.25, and also when you divide this one also 1/8 to decimal, we have what is 0.125. Okay, that is the answer when you convert to decimal. Now, I noticed that you add this one, we are still dealing with the whole number and the decimal part here. So we add this 0.25 plus yes, you must do it in decimal. You must do it in decimal because the answer, the question, it was given in decimal. So that is why you must do it in decimal. Take note of that. We must do it in decimal because the question given is in decimal. Even though this question is this question I pick it from JAMB question. It is we have the option there. Okay, we have the option. The option is also in decimal. So that is why you have to do it in decimal. Okay, you say that is that the final answer? Okay, let's go to the final answer. Since we add this plus this, we have it at this. If you look at it now, we have 2 decimal points. This is the 4 decimal point. This is the original decimal point, and this is the decimal point we get at the decimal part here. So just remove 1 decimal point from this place. So you can remove this one from this place. Okay, you can move this one to this place, and you just remain 3.37. So that means that the answer is equal to the whole number part. That is what 3 point what? Maybe 3 point. Okay, let me try that place doesn't want to contain it. Let me. So that will be equal to 3 points. That will be equal to 3.375. Okay, That is the final answer. That is 3.375. That is the final answer. That's the final answer. So the answer is equal to 3.375. So it means that when we are converting, if we're told to convert, question similar to this, 1.11.011 base 2 to base 10, this will be the answer in base 10. This will be the answer in base 10, and that will be the final answer to this question. That will be final answer to this question, and that is how you solve it. That is how you solve it. That is how you solve it. Okay, let me give you your assignments, because it is almost time. We have 7 minutes to go. So if you have question, please drop your question in the comment section. If you have any questions so far, drop your question in the comment section. If you have any questions so far, drop your question in the comment section. If you have any questions so far, let me know in the comment section. Before I give you guys assignment to be submitted, so I will send your assignment to the group. Okay, no question. I will send the assignment to the group. I hope you guys are in the group. So your assignment to be submitted before we start the class tomorrow. Submit your assignment before we start the class tomorrow. We are starting tomorrow class by. Okay, let me try. We're starting tomorrow class by 8 o'clock. 8 dots, please. We're by 8 dots, so we can round it off by 9. So we can round it off by 9. It will be 1 hour 30 minutes. That's 9:30 rather. So if you haven't joined our group yet, so I would like to drop the link. Okay, I would like to drop the link in the comment section. So share the link and join the group and join our group. If you haven't joined the group yet, okay, drop the link. I'll drop the link to join the group. Let me drop the link in the comment section to join the group. So I will share the assignment there. So I'll drop the link. So drop the link and join the class and join the group. So I'll drop the assignments in the group. So guys, thank you very much for today. Let's meet tomorrow for another interesting mathematics lesson. So thank you for today. Let's meet tomorrow by 8 p.m. Let's meet tomorrow by 8 p.m. Okay, let's meet tomorrow by 8 p.m. So I will drop the assignment to the group. So we can solve it together and to be submitted tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, you're welcome. Oluwabukola and also Tokwe, thank you for following the class to the end. So I'll drop the assignment to the group. Check the assignment there to be submit. Thank you guys. We still have 3 minutes to go. If you have any question, do well to join us. Becky, are you just joining us? Okay. Let's call it a day. It remains 2 minutes. If you still have question, Okay, what topic? What is the topic tomorrow? Okay, what topic tomorrow? Though we still have, by tomorrow we ride on from this topic. We are still taking our base system tomorrow. If you do fast, we'll say have some similar question that is different for what I've taught you today. We still have a lot of questions under the normal base system. Though I will share you the questions. I will share you guys the question in the group. By tomorrow we should round it off on this topic, so we move to the next topic. Don't worry, we will cover up the syllabus before you start the exam. You will cover the syllabus before you guys start G's upcoming exam. So join us in the group. Thank you. God bless you. Let's say bye for now. That will be tomorrow, which means again. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. God bless you as you do that.